This is Dr. Vipin Kalia. Today is May 1st, 2020, and this is a quick introductory video to the collective IT infrastructure cyber insecurity nightmare that we have been dealing with since mid-1990s. In mid-1990s, when the IT infrastructure was being built and US Congress and the Senate were debating, a lot of importance was given to privacy. And in hindsight, that might have been somewhat short-sighted, at least in my opinion, and I'm sure there are privacy advocates who would completely disagree with me. However, nobody can say that they find it tasteful to be continuous victims of banks being hacked, our Pentagon being hacked, every government agency, including Office of Personnel Management, being hacked, every research institution and their research intellectual property being hacked, every legal law firm that is participating in mergers and acquisition being hacked. So based on that, question is this a tolerable situation? And at least in my mind, this is a completely intolerable situation. And the question one has to ask is, are we forever locked into this infrastructure that continuously victimizes us? Our entire global wealth, our personal property, our personal savings, our houses, our real estate, our businesses, everything now is listed online into some server. And question one has to ask is, everything in the whole world, including our IT infrastructure, our utility companies, our nuclear power plants, our Pentagon's war plans, our most advanced biomedical research is all subject to hacking. That obviously cannot be tolerated. So question is, how do we phase out this IT infrastructure that was originally built in from 1940s up until 1980s or 90s, using many universities research capabilities, and then along with it DARPA Defense Advanced Research Project money and many universities that participated in developing this IT infrastructure. This IT infrastructure originally was not developed for maintaining entire world's global medical records, banking records, war plans, intellectual property. This suddenly quickly evolved, and as I mentioned, in the mid-1990s, the US government's debates were largely focused on protecting people's privacy. However, the negative side is everything is vulnerable, everyone is a hostage. Individuals like me who are not IT savvy are always worried about their computers being hacked. Governments like Office of Personnel Management gets hacked. All the banks get hacked all the time. Cities get hacked and are held hostage. And a legal novel concept that I'm going to advance is just like gas companies, when they bring gas into our homes, usually methane or butane, since that gas may not have any smell and we are not sure when it's leaking, they go ahead and add, I believe, hydrogen sulfide to make the smell of rotten eggs come through. Same way, when water companies send us water, they chlorinate the water to make sure there are no pathogens that are going to cause us disease. And also, They fluorinate the water to protect our teeth from cavities. Same way, electrical power companies that send us electrical power, we don't have to sit at home and wonder how the turbines generate hydroelectric power, or how the gas is heated and turbines are spun and electricity is generated. Nor do we have to learn nuclear science. We just flip the light switch on and off and the power goes on and off. And then the question is, if all those companies that are bringing utilities to us, what is so unique about the companies that are bringing photons to us? And question one might ask is, well, what is a photon? That Wi-Fi internet signal that comes to us either wirelessly or through fiber optic cables, it comes in the form of a small packet of energy. That small packet of energy is called photon, or loosely stated would be like photographic electron. That's again a very loose translation. It's not an exact translation, but it's a electrical packet of energy that transmits, that comes to our household. Just like the gas that comes when we burn, that energy is released from that, or the electrical power that comes into our house comes in the forms of electrons. Electrons are things that are spinning around the nucleus of an atom, that are spun back and forth in the form of alternating current that helps us heat our houses and light our houses. So same way, the photons are little packets of energy that come to our house. None of those companies then send those photons to our house, send those to us for free. They charge us money for bringing those photons to us. And again, I love my Comcast company. They provide a wonderful service, but they don't send me these Wi-Fi signals and these photons, or this internet signal and traffic through fiber optic cables for free. I pay them money. And so these companies that are actually building and supporting the infrastructure for the malware and computer viruses to be developed, companies that make the plastics from oil companies, metal companies, and then the companies that make desktops, laptops, cell phones, where these computer viruses are generated, and then those companies on whose fiber optic cables these viruses travel, and then the servers and routers of companies like Cisco that route this traffic to our homes. And then the final pathway, of course, the utility companies like Comcast, AT&T that bring internet signal to our home. They all charge us money. None of these companies bring these things to us for free. And I'm not at all suggesting that these companies are intentionally cooperating or conspiring with hackers. However, they are a unwitting co-conspirator for this criminal activity to come into our household. And just like we would not tolerate a gas company bringing a small nuclear photon laced with TNT into our house, or a water company or electrical company, same way we should not tolerate these companies bringing these malware into our houses, offices, and our national infrastructure. And in the beginning, it is going to be extremely difficult to hold these companies liable. Just like the tobacco companies took many decades to hold them liable. Same way, if we extrapolate that same concept, eventually they would be held liable. And once they are held liable, they have armies of lobbyists, and they would approach all the governments of the world to develop a new and more secure infrastructure. And in this lengthier version of this videotape that is also attached in this website, Coronavirus Pandemic Terminator, and also same videos, a lengthier video would also be available in YouTube. And as time permits, then I would have further, more detailed presentations available as well. But this again for today is just an introductory for how to build a secure infrastructure for us. This again, today is May 1st, 2020, and this is Dr. Vipin Kalia. Thank you very much.